Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nkiruka. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you why women should take folic acid before pregnancy, the benefits of folic acid before pregnancy and even during pregnancy. So if you're interested in this kind of video, keep watching and I'll be right back. Welcome back. So folic acid is a man-made form of folate. Folate is a B vitamin, also known as vitamin B9. It is found naturally in some foods that we eat and also can be taken as tablets, which is folic acid. So folic acid is needed in the body to form healthy cells, for example, red blood cells. So if you're a woman who is planning to conceive or planning to get pregnant soon, it is important that you start taking folic acid 2 to 3 months before you conceive. So the reason you should be taking this before you conceive is that you will have a high level of folic acid built up in your body that will provide the most protection to your baby against neural tube defects. Neural tube defects are spinal and brain problems, and an example of neural tube defect is spina bifida. This picture I have on the screen now is a typical example of what neural tube defects, that is spina bifida, looks like. If you don't take your folic acid now, you have to pay later, and I'm sure you wouldn't want your baby to come down with such birth defect. So that is why every woman should take folic acid before they conceive and even after they've conceived, that is during pregnancy. I know a lot of women do not like to take medications when they are pregnant, but men with this kind of defects, you have to try as much as possible to take your pregnancy vitamins and more especially folic acid. So another reason you should start taking folic acid 2 to 3 months before you conceive is because this neural tube defects happens early in pregnancy, even before you discover that you are pregnant. So if your baby was going to have a neural tube defect and you did not discover you are pregnant on time, the baby may go ahead to develop this neural tube defect before you even find that you are pregnant. So that is why you should take folic acid even before you conceive, so that you have a high level of folic acid built up in your system, so that when you get pregnant, that one you already have in your system, that is already built up in your system, will protect the baby against having neural tube defects until you discover that you are pregnant and probably start taking folic acid. So that is the reason you should start taking folic acid before you even get pregnant. Even when you discover that you are pregnant, you also have to continue taking folic acid, so you have enough folic acid in your body to protect your baby against neural tube defects. There are some foods that contain folic acid, but they don't contain folic acid enough to protect your baby against neural tube defects. So such foods are, example, pumpkin, some green leafy vegetables like broccoli, we have spinach. You can also find it in okra, and also some fortified cereals that you take for your breakfast. You can also find folic acid in avocado, carrots, oranges, and even in cabbage. So it's also good you take such foods during pregnancy and even before pregnancy. But most times we cook these vegetables before we consume them, and while we cook them, they lose some of their nutrients, including folic acid. So the amount of folic acid that is contained in these vegetables that I just mentioned now, it is not enough to protect your baby against these neural tube defects. So you can't just say, I don't like taking drugs, I don't like taking medications, let me eat vegetables, let me eat foods that contain folic acid. It's not enough to protect your baby against neural tube defects. That is why you have to take folic acid tablets to protect your baby. So if you're already pregnant and you've not even started taking your folic acid, no worries. The risk of your baby having neural tube defects is low, so you should start taking your folic acid as soon as possible. In fact, immediately start taking your folic acid immediately. Now there are people who are at a higher risk of having babies with neural tube defects, and people in such category require to take a higher dose of folic acid so that they can have enough folic acid in their body to protect their baby against neural tube defects. So people in these categories are people who are diabetic, people who are epileptic, people who take so much alcohol. So if you or your partner has a family history of Neurotube defects, you also fall in this category of people who are at higher risk of having children with Neurotube defects. And also, if you or your partner has a Neurotube defect, you are also in this category. So if you find yourself in this category, what you should do is to talk to your doctor. Your doctor would prescribe a dose that is high enough to protect your baby from this Neurotube defect. And if you're also a woman who is planning to conceive or who is already pregnant and you don't know the right dose to take, you can also talk with your doctor. He would prescribe the right dose for you to take before pregnant and during pregnancy. But most times folic acid is taken once daily, but your doctor would prescribe the right dose that you'll be taking once daily before you get pregnant and when you've gotten pregnant. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share with your friends, drop your comments, your questions in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notification bell to get notified each time I upload a new video or each time I upload videos like this. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.